I was able to get further in this 10-minute session than I did in an hour that I was sitting this morning. So I've put together a little prototype here of a live meditation coach system that kind of bootstraps off of some local text to, speech to text models, and then using these LLM TUI interface. So here I'm using AMP, but it would probably work with any system. But I'll just give a quick demo before without any further ado. Let's do a quick 10-minute meditation session.
Hello, let's get started. How are you feeling right now?
A little bit scattered, a little bit nervous, but I'm ready to sit.
Scattered and nervous. That's fine. We'll start by settling that. Go ahead and close your eyes. Find a posture where your spine is upright but relaxed. Take a few deep breaths. Let each exhale release some of that nervous energy. Now, a moment of goodwill, silently. May I be truly happy and free from suffering. Let that intention settle in. Now let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Notice where in your body you feel it most easily. Maybe the chest, the belly, the nostrils. Just find where it's comfortable. Rest your attention there. No need to control the breath. Just observe. How is the body feeling now?
Fairly relaxed, though I did lose focus for a little bit there, but you brought me back.
That's fine. Wandering happens. You noticed, you came back. That's the practice. Find your anchor again. Where is the breath comfortable right now?
The right half of my lower back, which is different.
Good. The belly. Stay with that. Let it be your home base. As you breathe, see if any pleasant sensations arise there. Warmth, tingling, softness. Whatever shows up. If pleasant sensations are there, let them spread. Let the breath carry them outward through the body. Just resting here, breathing. No need to do anything special.
I have a little bit of pain on the top right of my head. Is there something I should do?
Okay, notice it, but don't fight it. See if you can breathe into that area gently. Let the breath soften around it. You can also just note its presence and return to your anchor in the belly. The pain doesn't need your full attention. Stay with the breath. Let me know if the pain shifts or stays.
I keep having to consciously relax parts in my face. There's no pain anymore, but I notice that the sensations don't remain. I have to keep consciously relaxing them.
Good noticing. Each time you catch the tension, just release it. Jaw, forehead, around the eyes. Let the face be soft. Then return to the belly. Let that be the still point. We have about 2 minutes left. Just rest here. Breathing. Allowing. Now begin to widen your awareness. Let it expand beyond the belly to include the whole body. Notice how you feel compared to when you started. Scattered and nervous, you said. Take a moment to appreciate any peace or calm that's here, even if it's subtle. And if you like, extend that goodwill outward to others. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take your time.
A little bit silly that it asked me to, or waits 10 seconds before it says this part.
Now?
I feel pretty good. I feel relaxed. I had a nice, pleasant sensation around the whole surface of my body. Yeah. So you can see it's, I guess it was keeping notes my whole session. Nice.
That's a nice shift from scattered and nervous. Was there a moment that stood out or anything that helped it click?
I'd say probably what helped it click was, well, one, trying to breathe through the little pain I had in my head, like you said. And then after doing the conscious relaxation, like you had said, did help. Other than that, I noticed the posture, how I'm sitting here, is different from normal, and it's actually feels easier to relax. So
interesting about the posture, worth experimenting with. Anything you'd want to do differently next session?
Yeah, I'm sitting on a yoga ball right now. I might try sitting the next session just on the yoga ball rather than on a cushion like I normally do.
Good experiment. The slight instability might keep the body more alert. Let's see how it goes next time. Nice session.
Okay. So now it's finishing the update. Yeah, there we go. And then I think I can tell it to, I have a sub-agent, separate prompt that I can use. So could you analyze this session? And I think this will tell it to use that. Let's see. Yep, so it has a session analyst skill, which we can actually go look at the prompt for. Dot agents, skill, session analyst. Yeah. So now it's going through all the different sessions, and accumulating these things and seeing what works, and it'll read these. So I believe at the start of this session, it read through the previous progress.md, and so now this will update the progress, and it would be pretty straightforward to do this automatically. So just as a brief overview of what we have right here, this is kind of the prompt that AMP is first looking at. So it's giving it like the directory structure and then some conventions, but really the main juice is in the system prompt. So in order to develop this system prompt, I went through and had to do research, pulling from things from Journey or dhammatalks.org and those sources, and then downloading that and then incorporating them into like what we might do. So this would be basically the first pass, and obviously you would iterate this, and a lot of things that are hard coded into this prompt you wouldn't really want. One of the surprising things I found was the fact that it naturally knew how to do this sleeping in the middle to like give it time in between these things without me having to really do anything. Once it did that the first time when I was testing this out, I hard coded it into the prompt to make sure that it always did that, because the first few times it hadn't. But then when I saw that, I was like, that's a good natural tendency it has. And then by incorporating with the TUIs, we actually get for free this whole like canceling what it's going to say when you want to incorporate it. Like basically say something or say you're having a problem in the middle of it. I think probably I would want to record in the sessions. I'd want to change this so it's recording the logs. I would also want to try this over more sessions. And then, of course, right now I'm manually using this Mac Whisper program, which you have to do push to talk, and then when I hear that it's finished transcribing, I'll press enter. So I have to have two fingers on the right command key and the enter key here in order to respond. So of course it would be better if I could just naturally talk to it as I'm meditating and respond. So definitely some intelligence to add, but just a little bit of state tracking and keeping track of some sessions and some heuristics. I actually found that this is very nice. I was able to get further in this 10-minute session actually in terms of like relaxing the body and like kind of approaching that like first jhana state than I did in an hour that I was sitting this morning. So I don't know if that's just because it's this time of the day and I've spent more time total sitting, but I think it actually worked a little bit better. So that's just a little overview of a prototype. It would be very interesting to push a little bit further and see where this goes.